Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be unboxing the Ninja Foodi Smart XL Grill. So you ready? Let's get into this. Okay, let's take a look at this box. Right here there's a little bit of information about their smart cook system that's supposed to help you take out all the guesswork from getting the right doneness from your meat. Basically, you just select how much you want it done, stick the probe into the meat, and the sensor here is going to tell you when it's done and shut the machine off for you as well. It's got two sensors on the wand just for a little bit better accuracy, so when we test this thing out we'll be able to see just how accurate that is. Right here is a little information about their cyclonic grilling technology that they're using. That basically just forms vortex here inside the machine, so I'm assuming there's a big fan in there, which you can see right there. It looks like a very similar fan to what they're using in their food processors, and they're claiming that this is going to be virtually smoke-free. I suppose that's going to depend on what you consider virtually. I turn this around. Right here they decided to show you the difference between a rare and a well steak, but if you didn't know that before looking at this box, then I don't know what to tell you. Down here some examples of some of the things you can make in this machine, and then right here you can see a breakdown of all the parts. Obviously you've got your main unit, you got a removable splatter shield that goes on over the main heating element. This way you can actually clean this without having to dig into the machine too much. The grill hood is hinged, so that is just like, I don't know, 100% of all grills. And the cooking pot on the machine here is 4 quart and it's got a non-stick coating as well. And in case you're not good with measurements, a 3-pound roast will fit in there. You got a cleaning brush, you got the smart thermometer that I mentioned before. In addition to that main pot, you have a 4-quart crisper basket, and you got a grilling grate that sits right down on top of this thing here too. Also, don't forget about the chef created recipe book. Those are actually kind of handy. Alright, let's get this thing open and see what we got. We've got some more food examples here along with the social media information for Ninja Kitchen. That corn looks pretty fantastic right there. A whole bunch of contact information here along with their support website and their YouTube channel. And also an annoying thing that they always like to do with Ninja products, which is putting all the accessories here as add-ons that you can buy from their website instead of just putting them in the box for you in the first place. For me, I would have personally just paid a little bit more to have an option to have these already in the box, but different strokes for different folks. Remember, don't put your grill inside of a heated oven. The sad part is somebody did that, and that's why this is in the box. And here's a bit of disclaimer about their virtually smoke-free environment, along with the types of oils you can use to do that and the temperatures that you have to use in order to ensure that. You have a quick start guide here which just gives you a rundown of all the controls, along with how to use the thermometer up here, and also exactly what meat looks like at all the different temperatures. And a couple more tips about cooking different kinds of food, so that's nice. Got your owner's manual here, and as a guy I'll tell you that none of us ever look at this, so that's going to be in the back of a drawer, never to be seen again. And the last little thing we have here is the recipe book. This is actually one of my favorite things that comes with these Ninja products. It's got all kinds of different recipes for stuff in here, along with nice pretty pictures and everything, directions, and there's also guides in here for making different kinds of sauces and all sorts of other things that you can do with this machine. These books are really great, and I really recommend you don't lose them. Always read for reference, and you can always use those recipes as a starting point to make up your own stuff. Okay, so we've got our, get off my hand. Got a little cleaning brush there. And right here, it looks like we have the grilling plate. Yep, that's the grilling plate. Nice and shiny, non-stick surface. I like it. Go ahead and lift this off. Make sure you take your power cord out of the way here. Let's go ahead and pull all this off. And we'll go ahead and just lift this out. Open this up. And right here we have the crisping basket I was talking about before. And right below that we have our main cooking pot. The pot and the crisping basket are a lot lighter than I thought they'd be. Kind of feels like it's maybe coated aluminum or something like that. Not saying that's a good or a bad thing, just lighter. And we can remove all the rest of this packing material. Up in here, you can see that splatter guard I mentioned before. And it looks like you just push this and it pops right off. We got our splatter guard here. It's got mesh on one side, a little bit of a metal insert, and then on the other side, another layer of mesh. That just snaps in up here, just below the heating element, and it's even got this little tab here to help you release it. You can see that the machine is keyed, so you've got a curved edge here and you've got a squared off edge here. And the same goes for all the pots you put in here. So if you want to use just the cooking pot, this would set in here just like this, and it'll sit nice and flush. If I were to put this in backwards, then it wouldn't sit down at all. So it's nice to kind of make it a little bit idiot proof for people like me. If you decide that you didn't just want to use the cooking pot and you wanted to crisp something instead, then you put your crisper in right over the top of the cooking pot. This sets up a little bit higher. You can't really see it in the video, but there is about maybe a ½ inch of space or so underneath the pot down into the pan. So that way if you're cooking something in here, the moisture is going to drip back out and it's not going to stay on your food, so that's good. Now if you didn't want to crisp something and you just wanted to grill instead, you would take the crisper basket out and you put the grilling plate in. That fits in there just like that, and once again, looks like this time we're going to have a little bit more than that ½ inch of space in there, but all that moisture will drain out into the center, and that way you'll have a nice crust on both sides. On the other side here we have a little compartment, and that has our thermometer in it. Let's go ahead and take this out. See, there's even a little picture of the thermometer in case you forget what this is for. And that would just plug right into the side. Right there. If you wanted to put your thermometer back in here, you would just slip this in over the top here, push that down, and then slide it in. And then you would just curl this all the way around like this and snap it in like that. Easy stuff. By the way, if this is your first time here and you want to learn some cool new recipes, get some great cooking tips and tricks and all sorts of other kitchen related things, then start now by subscribing to the channel and clicking the notification bell so you never miss a thing. Let's take a quick look at some of the controls on this. So we got our power button here. Then you would check what you want to do. So maybe if we wanted to roast, I would push that right there. Temperature controls up and down. As you can see that going up, I'll say 400 degrees. And then here you'll change the time. There's even a preset button here for the temperatures. So if I had the probe plugged in like this, then that lights up like this and I get to select different donenesses. So this is showing beef here. I could change the different kinds of meat, whether it be pork, fish, beef, or chicken. And as you can see, chicken's only got a setting for well done, because if you're eating a rare chicken, you got some problems. For instance, if we have this on beef, then I'd use the right side here to just select what temperature I want that at. Let's say we want it at a medium. You just set it right there, and then you would just start it up. That's only if you want to use the presets. If you want to do it manually, you can click down here on the manual side of the probe, and then you would be able to select the target temperature for the inside of your meat. Also, you have a setting to dehydrate and one for reheating. And when you select any one of these things, it changes all the options you got here. Like if you're air crisping, roasting, or baking, then you have your temperature and time in minutes. If you're dehydrating, then you have your temperature, which is much lower, and then your time in hours. And then with the reheat, we're back to minutes and temperature again. Also, you have manual grill settings, so you can set the exact temperature of the heating surface as well. Let's do a quick sound check to see exactly how loud this thing is. So we'll try it on dehydrate first, because that should be the lowest volume. And we'll go ahead and start this up and let you hear how loud this gets. Unfortunately, you won't be able to tell super well on my videos because I do edit my audio, and that tends to cut out a lot of the noise. But on dehydrate running at 150, the sound is about the same as maybe your dishwasher running or something like that, maybe a little bit softer. So you can hear it, but it's not too bad. I already checked the bacon roast and they were both about the same volume. So we'll just go ahead and put it on roast and start it up so you can hear that. You can hear that whirring up. And the bacon roast is a heck of a lot louder actually. If you've got one of the Ninja Foodi pressure cookers, this is right on par with about how loud that is. Maybe a tiny bit louder actually. If we put this on air crisp mode and start it up, it should be louder than the roast. Let's go ahead and listen. Yep, and that's louder than the bacon the roast. So your dehydrate is the most quiet. Your bacon roast are pretty loud actually, and the air crisp That is about as loud as the air crisper on the Ninja Foodi pressure cookers, which is louder than the regular pressure cooker operation. It's definitely loud. I mean, if volume is a really big deal for you, that's going to be something you really need to think about. If you're well versed with Ninja products, then you're well aware of how loud their machines are. All of the cookers like these are pretty loud, and the blenders are on the loud side as well. Over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be trying out a whole bunch of different recipes for this thing to find out just how well it performs. Once we have those done, we'll be posting a full product review, so keep an eye out for that. If you'd like a little bit more information about the Ninja Foodi Smart XL Grill, we do have an Amazon affiliate link down in the description of the video. If you buy anything from those links, we do make a small commission, but it doesn't change the price that you pay 1 cent. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about Joe's Phenomenal, you can watch a couple more videos, or you can check us out online at joesphenomenal.com. I thank you so much for taking a little bit of time out of your busy day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me, and I can't wait to see you back again here really soon. So until that time, I'm Joe, and I hope you have a phenomenal day. Take it easy.